Well, it's a new direction for the Royal BC Museum, a new department called First Nations and Repatriation. Its creation was announced back in January, but today we speak with the head of the department about the important work they're doing.
I first learned about ancestral remains in museums here at this museum 25 years ago when I was an intern. When I took the message home, I just was told by my community, go and do it, go and get them back. And it took over 20 years of hard work and community work to do that.
Lucy Bell has helped her Haida community repatriate more than 500 of her ancestors. And as head of the Royal BC Museum's new First Nations and Repatriation Department, she's broadening her scope. I'm
really hopeful and really looking forward to working with the communities in BC that have ancestral remains here and sending them back home for a proper reburial or whatever the communities decide to do.
The department is also tasked with digitization of the museum's audio-visual collection.
We recently digitized about 75 tapes for one community, and that collection of tapes had songs and stories and language, and that community needs that.
The team will also refresh the First Peoples Gallery.
Some of the labels are outdated. You don't really get a sense of contemporary Indigenous people. And there's not much for today's Indigenous voice. The next installation will be around the Skidans Haida village model. If you look at the model now, you don't get a sense that there's Haidas around, that we survived, that we're thriving. And the people that come from Skidans are a pretty powerful clan.
And Bell spent time with that clan.
We recently went to Haida Gwaii and we went to Skidans, or the village of Tanu, with the new chief, Gujau, and his grandson, Tian, and they introduced us to the village. We'll use some of that footage here in the gallery, and we'll use some of it online for the online totem gallery.
Bell is pleased with the museum's decision to move in a new direction.
In Haida, we call it yakudang. When you're doing things respectfully, good comes of that.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.